My beloved child, before you scroll away, hear the trembling voice of heaven that is calling out your name. Archangel Michael himself stands before you, not as a distant figure of light but as the warrior who has been carrying your battles silently in the unseen world. He bends low today, almost weeping, because you do not yet realize the weight of your calling. He says, I need you to trust me. You are the only one who is capable. These are not ordinary words, they are heaven's decree whispered into your destiny. In the high courts of heaven, your name has been pronounced. All 7 archangels have circled your spirit like a crown of fire, protecting, preserving, and waiting for you to awaken to what you carry. Even God Himself is leaning forward, His voice thunderous yet tender, saying, Child, you are my chosen one. The seed I planted in you cannot be erased. This is why Michael says time is short, because the unseen realm knows your moment is now. They are trying to delete your destiny, to silence your scroll of life, but heaven is fighting for you. Do not think lightly of this moment. The reason your spirit feels restless, the reason you have been asking questions in the silence of your nights, is because heaven has been pressing upon you to respond. Archangel Michael says, you are the only one who can carry this mantle. If you step back, no other will rise in your place. That is why the angels are almost begging, almost crying, almost reaching through this very message to hold you before the enemy tries to erase what belongs to you. My child, pause and let this sink into the marrow of your soul. You are not here by accident. There were thousands who skipped, thousands who ignored, but you did not. That already marks you different. It is proof that the veil is lifting and your spirit is awakening. They tried to cover your eyes, they tried to chain your voice, but heaven has torn the scroll open again and placed it in your hands. Michael whispers, trust me. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. You will see the hidden unfold before your eyes. You will see the hand of God break the plot that was written against you. What they tried to delete, God will restore. What they tried to hide, heaven will reveal. And what they tried to steal, you will recover 7-fold. And now I give you the hook for what comes next. Michael says there is a secret that was buried in your family, a truth no one dared to speak, but it is rising now because you opened this message. The moment you listen, chains will break and doors will open. Don't move away, because the next words will carry the secret that changes everything. My beloved child, lean closer, for what I am about to reveal is the secret that has been hidden for years, the truth that even your family tried to bury beneath silence. Archangel Michael says, they tried to delete the pages of your destiny, but heaven rewrote them in fire. They tried to erase your name from the book of blessings, but I engraved it upon the tablets of eternity. They tried to silence your voice, but the sound of heaven now roars through you. Do you feel that trembling inside your chest right now? That is not fear, that is awakening. It is the sound of your soul remembering what God spoke about you before you were even born. He called you capable, chosen, and irreplaceable. You may not see it in the mirror, you may not feel it in your tired hands, but every angel standing guard around you sees the light you carry. That is why the battle has been so heavy, because if you rise, darkness loses everything. Archangel Michael declares, your bloodline has been stalked by shadows for generations. A secret pact was made long ago, one that cost your ancestors their peace, but heaven is breaking it now. You are the one chosen to carry the sword of light into your family's story. Through you, the curse will end. Through you, the chain will snap. Through you, what was stolen will return. Think about the nights you cried in silence. Think about the doors that almost opened but closed at the last second. Think about the relationships that began with love but ended with betrayal. These were not accidents, my child. These were carefully laid traps, crafted by those who feared what you carry. But heaven watched, and today Michael brings the scroll that exposes every lie. He says, there is someone close to you whose words are sugar but whose heart is bitter. They pretended to protect you, but behind your back they exchanged your name for gain. They sat at the table of betrayal and thought heaven would remain silent. But now, everything hidden is being pulled to the surface. Do not panic, beloved one. The truth is painful, but truth is also healing. God exposes not to shame you, but to free you. What you could not see, He reveals. What you could not fight, He defeats. What you could not recover, He restores. This is why all 7 archangels are gathered, because the weight of this moment is so great that heaven itself leaned down to witness it. Listen carefully, the scrolls of time are unfolding, says Michael. A letter is being written with your name, a contract that will reverse everything they stole. They are trying desperately to delete it, to intercept it before it reaches you, but heaven's ink cannot be erased. What God has sealed, no hand can undo. Do you feel the urgency? 20 seconds may have passed in your world, but in heaven's timeline, the clock is still ticking. Every moment matters. That is why this message reached you now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but in this exact second of your life. Because this is the divine intersection where your destiny collides with heaven's call. And now Michael reveals another hidden thing. There is a person who has been watching you silently, a person who carries deep feelings for you but has never spoken. Heaven is stirring their heart, aligning their steps, and soon their silence will break. What they confess will shock you, because it is not just about love, it is about destiny. Their path is woven into yours, and together you will carry what God assigned. But child, you must prepare your spirit. Do not run from this. Do not skip away, for the next words will reveal the exact reason God says, you are the only one who is capable. The world may not believe it, but heaven knows it, and you are about to see it unfold. My beloved child, listen carefully. Archangel Michael stands tall with a golden key in his hand, his wings trembling with the weight of heaven's message. He says, "This key has been held in the treasury of God since the day you were born. It belongs only to you. No one else can use it, no one else can claim it. Today, I am commanded to open before you the sealed box that carries your hidden inheritance." Do you feel that sudden pull in your spirit? That is your soul recognizing what has been waiting for you. For years, doors refused to open, opportunities slipped through your hands, people mocked you as if nothing good would ever last in your life. But heaven was not punishing you, it was protecting the sealed box. If it had been opened too soon, greedy hands would have stolen it, envious eyes would have cursed it, and your destiny would have been lost. Michael continues, "Child, do not mistake the delay for denial. God was watching, testing, and guarding. Now the moment has come. The box is being lowered from heaven's altar to your life, and no one can stop it. Inside is your vindication, your restoration, and the truth of why you are the only one who is capable." Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the angels standing in a circle, their swords blazing with light, singing songs that shake the very foundations of the earth. In the center of that circle lies a box made of eternal fire, engraved with your name. Your ancestors tried to reach it but failed. Others tried to claim it but were denied. Yet today, it is your spirit that draws it open. Michael places his hand on the lid and says, "Before I reveal this, you must know, what is inside will not only bless you, it will expose those who betrayed you. It will show you the names of those who smiled to your face but whispered curses behind your back. It will bring to light the one who took your trust and traded it for selfish gain. Are you ready, child? Because the truth will heal, but it will also pierce." The lid opens slowly, and a radiant scroll rises into the air. Upon it is written the decree of heaven about your life. It says, "You are not forgotten, but chosen. You are not weak, but mighty through God. You are not poor, but heir to a divine inheritance. You are not abandoned, but surrounded by angels. You are not defeated, but already victorious." Tears stream from Michael's eyes as he hands this scroll to you. He says, "This is what they tried to delete. This is what they feared you would discover. They thought if you never saw this, you would walk blind all your life. But now you see it, and nothing will be the same again." Beloved one, do you understand? Heaven is not only speaking of blessings like money, success, or recognition. No, this scroll carries authority. It gives you the right to break every generational curse, to silence every lie, to recover every stolen promise. That is why darkness trembled when you opened this message. That is why you feel the fire rising in your chest right now. But Michael leans closer, his voice urgent yet filled with love. There is more. Inside this box is not only your inheritance, it is the key to someone else's freedom. God chose you because only you could unlock what has been bound in your family for years. There is someone close to you who has been living in chains, someone who has been silent about their pain, someone who wears a smile but inside cries rivers. The moment you rise, they will be set free. Do you see now why you are the only one capable? My child, destiny is not a game. It is a torch, and heaven is handing it into your hands. When you carry it, the fire spreads, lighting paths for others who cannot see. That is why Archangel Michael begged you not to skip this moment, because your rising is not only about you. It is about everyone connected to your bloodline, your friendships, even your future children. And hear this, inside the box lies one final hidden item, a name. Michael says, this name will shock you. It belongs to the one who tried hardest to erase your destiny. They smiled, they pretended, they even acted like they were helping you. But heaven has exposed them. Their chapter in your story is ending, and their mask is falling. Do not be afraid, child. For every betrayal, there is restoration. For every lie, there is revelation. For every delay, there is a greater reward. What they thought they buried has risen. What they thought they stole is returning. What they thought they erased has been rewritten. Michael lifts the box higher and declares, this is not the end, it is the unveiling. The next moment will show you the exact name, the exact face, and the exact truth of who tried to stand in your way. God Himself will not let you walk blind any longer. My beloved child, the heavens grow silent as Archangel Michael lifts his sword, pointing it toward the shadows that linger behind your story. His voice thunders with sorrow and authority, this is the moment you must see the truth. The one who walked beside you, the one you trusted, the one who smiled in your presence, was the very one trying to erase your destiny. Their name has been hidden, but heaven refuses to let you live in blindness any longer. Do you feel that fire stirring? That trembling in your chest is not fear, it is the spirit inside you preparing for revelation. All this time, you thought the battles were random, the delays accidental, the heartbreaks normal. But heaven says, no, child. There was a face behind it. There was a hand writing against you in the dark. The scroll in your hand begins to glow, and suddenly letters of fire rise from its surface, forming a name. Archangel Michael's eyes well with tears as he whispers, be strong, for this name is not a stranger. This is someone who walked closely beside you. And the name shines clear. It is someone you once believed loved you, someone who spoke sweetly but carried envy in their heart. Someone who celebrated your small victories on the outside, but in secret resented the light upon you. This person once promised loyalty, but in the silence of their room, they made a different vow, a vow to betray you, to take what was yours, to trade your name for their own gain. My child, don't let your heart break without understanding. Heaven reveals not to destroy you, but to set you free. The pain of betrayal is the doorway to restoration. Michael says, this person's confession has already reached heaven. They cannot hide. God will not allow you to walk forward chained to their deception. Today, you see the truth, and truth makes you free. Do you remember the sudden losses? The unexpected rejections? The moments you couldn't explain why opportunities slipped through your hands? These were not accidents. This betrayer stood as a shadow, quietly influencing, quietly blocking, quietly stealing. But heaven says enough. Their season in your story is over. Michael's voice grows firm, like a lion's roar. The mask has fallen. They cannot hide behind false smiles any longer. Their laughter cannot cover their lies. Their closeness cannot cover their betrayal. What was whispered in darkness has been shouted before heaven's throne, and now it is shouted into your ears. Beloved one, I know your heart feels heavy hearing this. You wonder, why me? Why would they do this? The answer is simple, because your light was too great, your destiny too powerful. They feared you would rise higher, so they tried to pull you down. But the very attempt has become the reason heaven rises on your behalf. Do not let bitterness enter your soul. For every betrayer, there is a deliverer. For every false friend, there is a divine helper. For every loss, there is a greater restoration. Heaven does not reveal unless it is ready to restore. Michael says, this revelation marks the turning point. From today, no weapon formed against you will prosper. From today, the betrayer's power is broken. From today, the chains of deception are shattered. And then he adds softly, but child, hear me well. The betrayer's chapter is closed, but your story is not. There is someone else being stirred in the shadows, someone who does not come to harm you, but to heal you. Someone who does not come to steal, but to give. Someone whose role in your life will be divine. The angels begin to sing again, their voices weaving through the atmosphere like rivers of fire. The sealed box glows brighter, as if one more secret is ready to unfold. Michael looks at you and says, "Stay with me." The face of the betrayer was only the first unveiling. The next secret inside this scroll is the identity of the one heaven is sending into your life, a destiny partner, a chosen helper, someone who will hold your hand in the days ahead. My beloved child, do not let your heart remain heavy with the weight of betrayal. Heaven never exposes without replacing, never uncovers without restoring. As one chapter closes, another is being written, and this one carries joy, love, and destiny interwoven. Archangel Michael raises his sword to the skies, and the heavens begin to tremble. He says, now that the betrayer has been revealed, it is time to unveil the one who will stand by you, not in shadows, but in light. This one is not sent to break you, but to build you. Not to steal, but to restore. Not to lie, but to love. The scroll in your hand glows once again, and golden letters rise into the air. They do not form the name of a betrayer this time. Instead, they form a vision, a picture of someone chosen for you long before you even breathed your first breath. Michael explains, this is your destiny partner. They were hidden until now, because timing is everything in heaven. Had they arrived too soon, your wounds would have made you push them away. But now, with betrayal exposed and your spirit awakened, you are ready to see them. Beloved, imagine this. In the halls of heaven, before you were born, God wrote a story. In that story, He placed a person whose heart would carry a rhythm that matches yours. Someone whose scars would understand your scars, whose tears would mirror your tears, whose laughter would heal the silence in your nights. That person has been circling your life quietly, waiting for the divine moment to step forward. And Archangel Michael says, the time is now. You have always felt an emptiness that no friend, no family, no success could fill. You tried to bury it under work, under distractions, under the noise of life. But it remained. Do you know why? Because that space was never meant to be filled by just anyone. It was reserved for the one heaven had written into your destiny. Michael's voice softens. Do you remember the times you thought you saw a stranger's face and felt a sudden pull in your spirit? Do you remember the dreams where someone stood beside you, their hand reaching for yours? Do you remember the sudden peace that came when you prayed, as though someone else was praying for you too? That was not your imagination. That was the presence of your destiny partner, already aligned, already prepared, already woven into your life. This person is not ordinary. They carry a key you do not have, and you carry a key they lack. Alone, you both are incomplete. But together, the two keys open a door that no one else on earth can unlock. This is why heaven guarded them, why delays happened, why betrayals came, because only by walking through the fire could you be prepared to meet them. Beloved child, Archangel Michael declares, the one coming to you will carry peace in their eyes. You will not have to guess their love, you will not have to beg for their loyalty, you will not have to question their intentions. They will speak with truth, act with integrity, and cover you with prayer. They are not arriving to take from you, but to give. They are not arriving to drain you, but to pour. They are not arriving to harm you, but to heal. Do you feel the warmth rising inside you right now? That is the confirmation. Your soul already recognizes them, because in the eternal realm, you have walked together long before time touched you. Heaven calls this alignment, not chance, not coincidence, but divine orchestration. Michael lifts the scroll higher, and a second vision appears. He shows you a pathway lit by torches, and at the end of it, two figures walk side by side. He says, "This is your future." This is why heaven begged you not to skip this moment. Because the enemy knew that if you discovered this truth, nothing could stop you from stepping into the alignment of destiny. And yet, Michael warns softly, this is not a fairy tale without battles. The same darkness that tried to erase you will try to fight this union. But do not fear, for all 7 archangels have been assigned to guard this bond. God Himself has stamped His seal upon it. No hand, no whisper, no scheme can destroy what heaven has written. Beloved, you must also understand, this destiny partner is not just about romance. No, it is greater. This is about purpose. Together, you will carry assignments you could never carry alone. Together, you will walk into rooms that would never open for you as one. Together, you will heal wounds, break chains, and shine light into places that remained dark for too long. Think of it this way: the betrayer took from you. They drained you. They stole moments and left you with scars. But your destiny partner will pour back into you more than you ever lost. They will treat your scars not as flaws but as proof of your survival. They will see your wounds not as weakness but as signs of your strength. They will honor your story because they, too, have carried pain. And in that shared understanding, healing will flow like rivers. Michael kneels now, his wings folding around you like a shield. He says, "You will know them not by the perfection of their face, but by the peace of their spirit. You will know them not by the noise of their promises, but by the quiet consistency of their love. You will know them not by the gifts they bring, but by the prayers they whisper over your life when no one is watching. This is the sign heaven gives you: where others drained you, they will fill you. Where others silenced you, they will listen. Where others betrayed you, they will cover you with loyalty." Beloved child, your spirit has been crying out for this moment. And now it has come. You are not standing at the end of your story, but at the beginning of a greater one. The betrayer's chapter has closed, but your destiny partner's chapter is opening. Do not resist it. Do not fear it. For heaven says, this is the alignment that will change everything. And before the vision fades, Michael whispers, "But there is one more secret, hidden deeper still. Beyond the betrayer and the destiny partner lies the true core of your inheritance. It is something greater than any relationship, greater than any blessing, greater than anything you imagined. It is the divine assignment God Himself placed upon your life. And it is about to be revealed. My beloved child, heaven grows still. The angels who were singing now bow their heads in reverence. The fire around the sealed box burns brighter than before, and Archangel Michael steps forward with eyes full of both strength and tears. His voice shakes the atmosphere. "Child, you have seen the face of the betrayer. You have glimpsed the one sent to walk with you. But now comes the greatest revelation, the assignment God Himself planted in you before time began. This is the reason you were born. This is the scroll that darkness tried hardest to delete. And today, it is being revealed. The scroll in your hands unfolds by itself, stretching longer and longer, its words glowing like lightning. The angels step back in awe. Michael places his hand upon it and says, "Listen carefully. What is written here is not for the world. It is for you. You are the carrier of something eternal. Heaven trusted you with an assignment no one else could hold. This is why you have felt so different. This is why the battles were so fierce. This is why you felt misunderstood, rejected, and isolated. Because you were carrying a destiny that others could not comprehend. Beloved, do you feel that weight pressing on your spirit? That is not burden, it is calling. It is the fire of heaven settling upon you. You were not meant to blend in, you were meant to stand out. You were not designed to follow the patterns of the world, you were called to break them. Michael continues, your assignment is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not for applause or recognition. It is divine. You are called to be a restorer, a healer, a breaker of chains. Your voice will pierce the silence of those who cry alone. Your presence will light up rooms filled with despair. Your hands will carry a blessing that multiplies wherever it touches. You are not only blessed, you are chosen to be a blessing. My child, the betrayals you faced were meant to silence your assignment. The losses you suffered were meant to convince you you were unworthy. But heaven says, every tear you cried was watering the soil of your destiny. Every heartbreak was shaping your spirit into compassion. Every rejection was redirecting you into the path of purpose. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was lost. It all built you for this moment. The vision changes again. You see yourself standing on a mountain, a torch blazing in your hand. Below you, countless people walk in darkness, stumbling, searching, desperate for light. Michael says, this is your assignment. You were chosen to carry the torch. Others will follow because of the path you light. Do not underestimate yourself. Do not call yourself small. Do not believe the lie that you are ordinary. You are a torchbearer, a pathfinder, a carrier of destiny. Heaven now shows you scenes of the future, you speaking words that heal hearts broken for years. You lifting hands of those too weary to rise on their own. You walking into rooms where chains snap simply because of your presence. You embracing those who thought they were forgotten, and through you they discover heaven remembers them. Michael whispers, this is why God begged you through this message. This is why all 7 archangels surrounded you. Because your assignment is not just about you, it is about everyone connected to you. Your rising will pull others from pits. Your breakthrough will unlock doors for generations. Your yes to God will echo into eternity. Do not think your assignment is unreachable. Heaven never calls without equipping. What you lack, God will supply. Where you feel weak, angels will strengthen. Where you doubt, heaven will confirm. Michael says, "Do not look at your hands and say, 'I have nothing.' Look again, heaven has already placed the torch within you." And here is the deeper truth: your assignment will also bring restoration to your family line. The very curses that haunted your ancestors will break with you. The patterns of failure, the cycles of pain, the repeated betrayals, all of it ends because you chose to see this message, because you chose to believe. You are the chain breaker of your bloodline. You are the one heaven trusted to turn mourning into dancing for generations yet unborn. Beloved, your heart may feel unworthy of such a call. But heaven answers that fear even now. God does not call the perfect. He calls the willing. He does not choose the strong, He strengthens the chosen. You do not need to be flawless, you only need to be faithful. Michael lifts the scroll one final time in this vision. Child, hear me. This is your divine assignment, to rise as a light, to carry healing, to walk in restoration, to be a vessel of heaven's love upon the earth. This is why they tried to delete your scroll. This is why you faced storms. But now the truth is unveiled, and nothing can erase it again. And then he adds, but there is one final secret. Greater than the betrayer's exposure. Greater than the destiny partner's arrival. Greater even than the unveiling of your assignment. It is the direct voice of God Himself, waiting to speak to you face to face. The Father is about to step into this conversation. Stay, for His words will shake the heavens and your heart alike.